Sometimes something comes around that you hear about that you want to make, that you have to make, that you are compelled to make. That's it. I've told you before that the first Tuesday of each month, I'm on something called the Barbecue Central Show. It's a podcast that talks barbecue. They've been talking about this smoked burger that is starting to show up in classic barbecue restaurants. It sounded so good, I had to try it. I tried it the other day. Chance was here, Jill was here, Max was home. He had a toenail function or something, I don't know what. How good was it?
Insane.
So good. It's insane. It's a half pound. It should be a half pound. Even if you only eat half of it and get a quarter pounder, it's better this way. So much better. Simple little sauce. So we'll have mayo and steak sauce combo. We're gonna caramelize some shiitakes, the onions, and then the melt cheese. And the whole thing is just gonna be freaking glorious. We start by making the patties because that's the obvious thing to do. We start with the burger. That's 1 pound. Came just like that. I want 2 half pounds. I'm gonna eyeball this. Will they be perfect? Doesn't really matter. Will anybody know? Oh, I'll know. But okay. So now here's what I'm trying to do. I want a beautiful round disc of a patty. A little larger than my bun, but because I'm smoking them, they're not going to shrink as much as they would if they were going on the grill or in a cast iron pan. Make sense?
Yes.
Thank you.
You could have said anything right there.
I know.
would've said yes.
I like to know people are listening.
Well,
I assume at
you're
home they are.
busy.
You're not that busy. You're sitting in a chair. The shot hasn't moved. I mean, you'll edit it to make it move, but for God's sakes, man, this to me looks great. If I can do the same thing with this, I'll be uber happy. Can you still say Uber, meaning very, considering Uber is now a company? Or have they f***ed it up for us?
That's funny. Why did they name their company Uber?
Jill, will you Google right now, why is Uber called Uber? Somebody in a comment the other day said something about they thought the person in the chair behind Chance was a statue until they saw her move. All right, when you get this guy relatively close, nice, I like it. We're gonna season, and the only thing we're gonna use will be Montreal steak seasoning. Fabulous. So a tiny drip or two of oil to help it stick nicely, and then on we go. I know there's a thing out there, a steakhouse burger. I don't really know what that means. I do know this is gonna taste like a steak. And then do the same on these sides. Beautiful. If you want to get a little bit on the edges of these things, feel free to do that. I think there's going to be enough flavors in this. If you didn't, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Okay, these now we'll put on a sprayed rack, like that. On they go. And a sprayed rack because we don't want them sticking, of course. There we go, beautiful. These now we take over to the smoker. All right, well, look who's here. Hey, the wings from the smoked and deep fried episode, which if you haven't seen, you should see because it's great. We like to shoot 2 at a time. We've told you that. This is not a secret. We're not hiding anything from you. Smokers at 250, perfect temperature. On they go. These guys I did the other day as a test run. They took 1 hour and 10 minutes. I imagine they'll be close to the same today. I'll put a thermometer in when they start to firm up a little bit. But for now, we close the lid, say goodbye, and we'll now make some caramelized shiitakes and onions. And by the way, it smells so good, right? Is that a leaf? Yeah, hey, did you see that? It's a bamboo tree in our neighbor's yard that drops all its shit in our yard. I'd like to encourage them to get a panda. You ever see a panda, how they like to eat bamboo? They chew it like little kids eating popsicles in the summer. Pandas are so cute. All roly-poly and stuff, the colors. They look so sweet. Probably just eat your face off, but. Okay, onions and peppers. No, sorry, not that. Shiitakes and onions. And in we go first with some butter. You've seen us do this before. And then some oil. It was olive oil because the butter gives the flavor and the olive oil helps keep the butter from burning. And now we'll add shiitakes. I know it looks like a lot. It'll shrink way down. That was a half pound or 8 ounces for those of you that prefer the ounce calculation. And for the next 2-3 minutes, we're gonna do nothing but let these start to soften, and then we'll add our onions. So here we go. So these have shrunk nicely and softened nicely. Now we'll add, I don't know, about a half of a small-ish yellow onion, and we'll mix. Same thing will happen here. These will start to soften, take on a little color. My heat's at medium. We're not going crazy. We're not trying to burn these guys up. There's no reason for that. But these are just gonna bring some really gorgeous flavor to this. You wanna call this a mushroom onion burger? You can do that. But this is gonna be a beautiful layer in here. So same thing. Just give this a little time to start to soften. So I think it's been about 15 minutes total now, and they're gorgeous. They're beautiful. They're the way I like them. So 2 things. First, we'll season them a bit. A little salt and pepper. And if you want extra salt, use your bug assault rifle. And then a little splash of Worcestershire. What, maybe half a tablespoon? Stirred in. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, great. These are done. We can take these off, rewarm them when the patties are there. But for now, I don't want these to cook anymore. But we can make a little sauce. Little sauce is this, mayo. Of course, our beloved mayo. And now a little steak sauce. About 1/3 steak sauce to 3/3 mayo. Another tiny little sprinkling of the Montreal steak seasoning, and we mix. Oh, I love the smell. By the way, I'm particularly fond of this steak sauce. No pimping, but this is British steak sauce, HP. I grew up with it in Canada. It's very different. It's great. I love it. It kicks the shit out of all other steak sauces. And now we're just waiting for our patties to be done. All right, let's check our burgers. We have them at, gosh, 130 degrees. You check the back one. That's 130. We want these at 135, so a little bit more. We'll bring them off. And it's time. And they are freaking gorgeous. Freaking gorgeous. Here's why I like this thing. I just picked this whole thing up, put it on here. Ah, God, don't touch that. And we take it over for the finishing ceremony, which would generally be considered building and eating. First things first, our bun on. Oh, that's really hot. I don't think I want to take my eyes off this because look what happened. Wow. Give it that a little bit more. This is going to be just fine. A little bit on the bottom. A little bit there. Okay, great. And this guy, a little tiny bit, and nice. A little bit on the lid. I love a little color on the lid sometimes, like that. Burn it in just a tiny bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off it comes. And now, right in the center with a little oil. Where'd it go? All right, mushrooms are done. They can come off. Right in the center, the hot center. We're going to take one of our patties. We're going to go face down. Just give it about a 30, 40 second sear. Oh my. I cannot wait to bite into this. I cannot wait. It's not taking much. And now we'll flip the kid over like that. We'll put some cheese on top. By the way, smoked Gouda, gonna be fantastic. We'll hit it with some water. And we'll melt the cheese. Won't take long. Fucking smoked Gouda does not want to melt. All right, little soy boy, let's see if you're ready. And we're good. Let's go. Okay, it's very simple. Our mayo steak sauce. On the bottom, spread lovingly to the edges. Oh, nice. Our patty. Come on, little patty. Look at you. And finally, our caramelized shiitakes and onions. Gorgeous. And the lid. Boop. Smoked, half-pound, caramelized shiitakes and onions with smoked Gouda on top. And then we do this. Whoa. It's messy and it's hefty. Look at that gorgeous smoke color. That's one of my favorite things about this. Oh, the sauce. All right, let's do this, shall we? Smoke all over the place. It's a dream. Oh, the steak sauce mixed in with the mayo is crazy. Do you see how nice that is? I yanked it at about 138. Maybe a couple of degrees more than I wanted, but it's just... All right, get a smoker or just make this. However you can make it. Half pound, the onions, the mushrooms, the steak sauce. And don't forget the Montreal steak seasoning. It gives it a really great flavor. Really great. Oh my God.
Color.
And smoked Gouda? Stop it now. Just stop it. See ya. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead, do that now. We'd love you to do that. Give us a like, and hitting that little notification bell just means that we tell you when we've uploaded a new video. All right, we all got to eat this. We'll see you next time right here on
Sam the Cooking Guy. Cooking guy. Right here, cooking guy. Cooking guy.
So whoever does, oh, fuck and shit. Fuck and shit, not just fuck. Oh yeah, watch it.
You might not get it because he's a boomer.
Well, if they say things like soy boy cuck, no, then I won't. Hey, do you want the lid up or no?
This finishing ceremony? Is that our new thing?